Hello students, welcome back to your science class. In today's class, I will introduce to you to a new chapter that is push and pull. In this chapter, you will learn about push, pull, what is force, effects of force and force in everyday life. Now, look at this picture children. What do you see? A girl is opening the door. How does she open the door? She pulls it, and when she wants to close the door, she pushes it. So, you can see the push and pull. Here are different examples. You can observe a man pushing the car. You might have played tug of war. How do you play it? You pull the rope. Here you can see children pulling the rope or playing tug of war. Have you visited malls, children? I am sure you have visited. Have you seen trolleys which are used to move the grocery items? Yes, you might have seen. So here you can see a boy pushing the trolley. All these are the examples of push and pull. In this picture, you can see that the ball is released from the hand or it is pushed. In the second picture, you can see a boy is pulling the car. So, when you push an object, it moves away from you, and when you pull an object, it moves towards you. In third and fourth picture, you can see pushing of trolley. So what is this push and pull? Push or pull on an object is called force. Now you know what is force. How you can define force? Force, a push or pull acting on an object is called force. You saw the various examples of push and pull. Now you will learn more about force. Here you can see the boy is applying force and the car moves. The car is in this position and then it moves to that position. So you can say that force when applied on the object moves from one place to another. In this short video, what can you see? You can see a boy is catching the ball. How does he catch the ball? He is applying force to stop the ball or catch the ball. So, you can say that force can stop a moving body. What can you see in this short video, children? The bowler is throwing the ball towards the batsman, and batsman with the force he is hitting the ball. The ball is moving in one direction. When it hits the batsman or the bat, it changes direction. So you can say that force can change the direction of object. In this, you can see a crushed can. When you press a can and apply force on it, it changes the shape. So, you can say that force can change the shape of the object. From all these examples, what did you learn, children? You learned about the effect of force. You saw force is being applied on various objects. But did you see force? No, you only saw the effects of force. So, you can say that we cannot see force, but we can feel it and see its effect on object and people. If suppose there is a ball here and it is constant, and I have one more ball in this hand and I throw towards that ball, the ball moves. You can see the effect of force on the ball. it moves. So, in our everyday life, there are many activities where force is applied. So, here you can see that the boy is kicking football and rowing of the boat and sharpening the pencil. You might have experienced it. You apply force. Other than these examples, there are many other activities where you apply force. So, you can say that the amount of force applied is different for different activities. Now, you will learn about force in everyday life. What can you observe in this picture? You can observe a potter is molding the clay on the rotating wheel and converting the clay into pot. He applies force here to convert the clay into pot. He is applying some amount of force. In the second picture, you can see a man turning the nut with the spanner. He is applying force or pushing the nut with the help of the spanner. The more the push or the force is, faster the nut moves. Different types of force. Children, have you experienced playing in the swing? How do you push the swing? You can see here the girl is pushing the swing. So, you push the swing with the help of the hands. The force is applied by the hands, or you can say the muscles of the hands. So, this force is called as muscular force. Here are different examples, that is, boy is carrying the box, girl is running in the park, boy is swimming, girl is walking, and boy is trying to open the door. In all these examples, you can see that the force is applied by the muscles of the hands or legs. Now, by seeing all these examples, you can say that the force is applied by different parts of the body. Now, you are able to define muscular force. The force applied using the muscles of different parts of the body such as hands and legs is known as muscular force. You might have experienced playing various sports, that is basketball, boxing, football, handball, table tennis and swimming. In all the sports, the muscles of the body are responsible to apply force. So, these are the examples of muscular force. You can see in this picture that the boy is trying to throw the ball up. What happens when the ball goes up? It reaches certain height and returns back to the ground. How is this? It is because of the force on the ground that is called as gravitational force. So, whatever object that is thrown up comes back to the ground, it is because of gravity. Now, I will narrate to you a short story. Listen to it carefully. There is a man sitting under the apple tree. The apple from the tree suddenly falls on his head. He is like, ouch! And he thinks how this apple fell down. So, he picks up the apple and throws it up, but it returns back to the ground. How did it return? Is it because of magic? No, children, it is not because of magic. He tries to throw the apple in many ways, but it comes back to the ground. So, he thinks there must be a force in the center of the earth that he will call it gravity. This person is none other than Sir Isaac Newton, who discovered gravity. He was an English physicist and mathematician who discovered gravity. So now, can you tell children how do we stand on this earth? It is because of gravity. What if gravity was not there? We would all float on this earth. What if you go to moon? Can you stand on the ground? No, you cannot stand because there is no gravity in moon. You will float on the space. Now children, have you tried riding the bicycle? When you are riding the bicycle, you suddenly put brake. You can see here riding the bicycle and he suddenly puts the brake. What happens when you suddenly put the brake? There is a force that brings the cycle to halt. It is called as friction. There is friction between the brakes and the wheels of the bicycle that brings the bicycle to halt. This is called as frictional force. So, how we can define frictional force? The force that slows down or stops a moving object is called friction or the frictional force. It is a force that resists the motion of an object, means it stops the object. This force helps to stop the object. So, the direction of the frictional force is always opposite to the direction of the motion of object. You saw that the cycle was moving in this direction. That is the direction of the motion of the cycle. The frictional force is always opposite to the direction of the object's motion. Stay home, stay safe.